Hey, what's up, folks? Life with Brock. We're going to be working on some custom basics, working on a kit bash here of, well, it's going to be this Archangel figure. I know that Marvel Legends recently released one. However, I'm going to try my hand at one myself. Let me just check the video quality real quick. And I'll wait until a few of you. What's up, Momo? As soon as I get a few of you guys in here, we'll start this kit bashing and I'll talk about these magnets that I'm going to be using on this figure. Real strong magnets. How's the video quality? Hey, what's up, Curtis? Yes, I do have a video on fixing loose joints. It's on. It's going to be on my Brock's Customs playlist. So it looks like I'm getting a thumbs up for the quality of the video. It doesn't look that bad. Alex Kokis wants a shout out. What shout out to Alex Kokis? Thanks to Toy Thief. He says that we are at 720. Pretty good. Let me get my workspace in order here. I am at on my kitchen table, as you guys know. They've been following me, so I don't have that much space to work with. What you're hearing in the background, one of my children is popping popcorn. I don't know how the sound is coming through, but I'm gonna try to monitor the comments on my iPad, which is right there. Multitasking. All right, so the idea is to magnetize this guy, magnetize the wings, so that, and I'm gonna have to cut these wings out to make it work. But essentially, the magnets are going to go in here, and another magnet's going to go. A larger magnet is going to be there. And we're going to get that to fit. So I'm going to do a little bit of cutting tonight. And I'm going to crack this torso open. I don't think I've ever cracked one of these open yet. And it does have these butterfly joints. So I'm curious on how that looks. And you're probably a little bit curious too if you're watching this. Yeah, Dog in the house. Dog review in the house. So I got these magnets because I do have you guys have seen me work with the smaller magnets, but I wanted something stronger. I was testing these, by the way, these are from a Transformer figure that I found at Ross. I had seen these at Toys R Us and I knew they were going to be going under, and I ended up getting the figure for about 20 bucks. So part of it's going to be going to my nephew, and then the rest I used here in the wings. So I was testing the wings out because I was trying to figure out how to get these to work on this figure, and I wanted to be able to move them up and down. Let me move the camera up a little bit. So essentially I wanted them to, be high enough so I could have them standing if I wanted to. And I just wanted the wings to be posable. I thought about putting some sort of hinge back here. I thought about putting some other figures that have connecting ports. I just haven't found something satisfactory. So I'm going to give this one a shot. I'm going to try to use these stronger magnets, and by strong, the bigger ones, and I got to be careful not to get them too close. These big ones have, and I don't really know the strength scale of the magnet, but it said something about like 9 pounds. And these guys right here were about 5 pounds. And the little tiny magnets I've used in the past, they're well below even 1 pound magnets. I bought from this company before. They ship really quick, and they have a plethora of magnets. So go check them out if you're interested in things of that nature. All right, let me see if I can figure out how to pop out this chat. Give me just 1 second, fellas. How I can pop this chat out. I'm sure there's a way to do it. Oh, pop out chat. How about that? How about them apples? And it doesn't look like it's working on my iPad. Restore chat. It's not letting me do it. Check it. Oh shoot! Oh, did you guys see that? Oh my gosh, this was the problem that I had when I first got them. They're so strong. I think and it crushed my finger. Ooh, let's put these guys over there for now. Let me see if I can figure out this chat. No, it's not letting me do it. Maybe it's because I'm on an iPad. So it's kind of hard for me to see. See? I'm trying to do this and it's just that little window. If you guys know how to change that so I can make it easier for us to interact. I already got a thumbs down. All right. That's awesome. Oh, love the haters. Okay. Let me see. Memphis Hunter, what's crack-a-lackin'? Southtown Paint Apps. Que onda, loco? From the 619. Wait a second. Is that where the Diaz brothers are from? Stockton? Dead Grin Customs. What's going on? Judson. What's up? And, well, I'm going to try to follow what you guys are saying, okay, guys? But let's get going. Where's my Dremel? All right, so I'm going to use this bit right here. What's up, Jose? And this bit, what it does is it catches a cylinder, and I'm going to use one to cut plastic. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to try to mod those wings to where I want it to be. And if you've never used this type of Dremel before, it's a little tricky at first. You just got to bring this part down, and then once it's in there, it locks into place. So this comment thing is not going to work, so I'm putting my iPad away for now. This Dremel right here, I ended up getting for about 35 bucks, which is a really good price for this type of Dremel. It's a variable speed, so I can go slow to very powerful. It's got quite a few settings. Put these bad boys on. Fig Fury was crack-a-lackin'. Jose, the original toy hunter. Mickey Perdomo. Guajiro. All right. Let's get going. So I'm gonna cut these off. 35 is a great deal. So I'll be able to shave that up. So I'm gonna try to isolate this little part right here. I may have to cut more depending on how it fits in the figure. Glad I'm wearing my goggles because that plastic piece just came at me. And it comes out hot. Yeah, so I'm thinking I am going to have to get rid of that, so I'm going to get rid of it now. Why wait? I just quickly saw somebody's comment said "Hail Hydra." Yeah, so with the other wing, it could possibly just run right into it right there. So that would be the extent of the articulation I have in the back. If these magnets work. All right, let me take a look at the comments, see what you guys are all saying. Fig Fury, hey, what's up, man? Frosty versus Gaming, nice to meet you too, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Who's breaking the law? What happened? I missed it. Archangel Eric. Hey, saludos a Texas. Sith. Follow. Oh, Vulture. Yeah, that's on my list. Alex. Let me see. All right. Let's move on to the next wing. While we're at it. I already forgot what the heck I cut. Oh, whoa. Gotta be very careful with this because you can make mistakes when you're customizing and get little cuts. But with this, I'll be going to the hospital, get some stitches, and I don't want to go to the hospital. No gracias. Yeah, so all this is coming off. Although I bet you guys would love to see it. 34 people up in here. I feel like Josh Pence. Almost. I would need about 4 times as many. Oh, we screwed that up. Hold on a second. Before I jack this up, make sure I'm cutting the right pieces. All right, I think we're still good. By the way, if you guys would have told me a few years ago that I would be doing this, be crazy. I would have thought, come on, man, customizing figures? I got zero artistic ability, and that is the darn truth, but my researching is pretty good. So I've picked up little things here and there. So if you guys are watching this channel for the first time or these custom videos and you're wanting to give it a go, my best advice to you guys is to just get after it. Pick one and go for it. I know that Archangel, there's a re-release coming out. I had planned on doing this anyways. I think I'm gonna try it like that. I may have to remove these bits, but I don't feel like it'd be kind of cool to get them out this much, huh? What do you guys think? I know this is from the back, and we're typically not going to be seeing this figure from the back. But would you want them to go wider? I kind of feel like I'd want them to do that, like a bigger spread. And then for me to do that, I'd have to get these parts in, and I'd have to cut that out. Let's see what that looks like from the front. So anyways, get after, pick something that you'd like to do and research it first, and then give it a whirl. You think it needs to be able to do this? I don't think so. I think I kind of like it right there is fine. These wings were from a Transformer figure. I'm forgetting the name. They were going for about 20 bucks. Robert, what's going on? Oh, so Dewdog, you think wider? I think about... Well, I think I'm gonna have to try the magnet thing first, and then work from there to see how I like them. I want to see if even these magnets will hold up these wings. Obviously, they're way less than a pound, so I'm hoping that the pressure created by the magnetism, or whatever you would call that, the uniting of the magnets, will keep it on the figure so I can move them as I want. Darth Goody, what's going on, man? So next, let's crack this figure open. So if you never cracked a figure open, you're going to want to pay attention here, and hopefully it works on the first time. See, this is where I'm taking the extra measure, and I just unhooked this bad boy from the electrodet. It's gonna be too big. Man, I have a feeling okay. I'll just use that. I think well, maybe one size smaller. There we go. I do have a video on cracking the figure open, but I think all I want to do is crack the upper portion of this figure. I don't need to do the lower part. If I did want to, if I wanted to like change the lower part of the body, I would have to crack this open. But since I'm only interested in seeing the upper part right here, I'm going to hit it at this seam line. Let's see if it can focus up. Right here, there's a seam line. So I am going to drill, I'm going to go a little bit higher because there's going to be a peg, and I think the peg is going to be like right here, and I don't want to destroy the peg. So I am going to go high on this. How about somebody in the chat, if you've cracked one of these open, where's the peg on here? I feel like it's going to be, I want to say it's going to be right in the middle, right here. And I don't want to destroy that peg. You guys are funny. So if nobody has done that, I'm just going to give it a whirl, and hopefully I won't break it. And the upper ab crunch. Right. So I'm thinking it's going to be maybe with this line. Let's see if I'm right. I'm going to go higher. Now I'm feeling I should have probably gotten something a little bit smaller here. You know what? Let's go smaller just to give me a little bit greater margin for, or less margin for error. So I'm going to switch the bit. Come on, girl, come out. Shoot. Now this thing doesn't want to come out. Son of a gun, stuck in here. There we go. I'm going to use a smaller bit. Master Bat, how goes it? If you guys are asking questions that I'm not answering right now, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to concentrate, and I don't have that much time tonight, so I wanted to... Oh, I think I know what's happening. What's happening is that this is too thin for this little bit. But fortunately, in the mail today, I got a few of these things. I got a little kit from Amazon. Let me see if this guy will work. Yep, that one will work. So let's keep this one because I'm going to probably need it for the next part. There you go. Customizing made easier by the appropriate tools. So if I'm not answering your questions, I apologize. I typically do, but I don't have that much time tonight. Just after the video's over, just put it in the comments of the video, and then I'll hit you back up when sometime this weekend when I got some time to answer it. Oh, how about I put it back into the power? Here we go. When I do this, I like to grab it like a pencil, but you got to be careful because then you could really burn yourself at times. Just be very careful when you're doing it. So I have it at a low setting. There we go. Same thing on this side. I hope I'm on camera. I think I may have drilled into something there. And now, and where's my trusty tool? I don't have it, so I'm going to try to do this. Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm going to have to get my watch tool. Be right back. All right, I'm back. I was looking for this. I always use this to crack figures after I put the hole in them. So see, it goes right in. It's metal. And what you want to hear is a crack, which is why this is called cracking a figure open. There we go. You heard that crack? And that's what happened right there. Let's try to get this on this side now. Boom. So that's separated nicely, and it looks like I am going to have to do the top. The seam lines right here in the shoulder. Now I got to be careful here because this one has a butterfly joint, and so I'm going to go closer to the neck. Because I really don't know where that butterfly joint attaches. I'm just going to try to do it with this one, and hopefully that will be the end. There we go. All right. Let's see what this guy looks like inside. So all I was doing is separating the glue. Okay, now I'm seeing some issues that I had. Are you seeing the bottom part here? So if you guys go crack these guys open, let me show you what happened. So I was worried. Let me see if I can get something to point out here so you know what I'm pointing at. I was worried about, shoot, it's really hard to see with this lighting. I hope you guys can see this. But I was worried about that peg right there. This is the ab crunch. Try to get more lighting in here. So this is why I didn't want to drill here. So I went higher, but then the problem that happened higher is that I started drilling into these pegs that I didn't even know existed. See how I cut into that? So there's a sweet spot, but look at the problem here. If I go too low, I eat this peg up. If I go too high, I eat this peg up. If I go right in between, there's a, you see that? I could have eaten that part up too, which is where the body pegs, right here, those pegs go into those holes. So I could have destroyed that hole, which would have made it difficult for me to crunch the figure back in. So man, that is not easy. I'm trying to think of what would have been a better way. Maybe the better way to go, and here's the problem from the top too. The way they did these butterfly joints. There's very little room for air, guys, if you're ever gonna crack one of these figures open. So I decided to go close to the neck, right? But fortunately, I didn't penetrate too deep. That's what she said. Because I did shave some off of that peg. Fortunately, that's all going to be on the inside of the figure, so it's not that big, huge of a deal. But that's how these butterfly joints work. So let me set that aside. So far so good. And then here's the part that's going to be tricky, tricky, tricky. So that part goes together like that. And I'm going to want to dig into the musculature of the back, the rhomboids. For those of you that took anatomy in high school or college, these are the rhomboids. And then we're not worrying about the lats, but I need to dig into these guys right here, right there. And I think I'm going to put in the bigger magnet. So that bigger magnet needs to sit in there. And Coño, I think I'm going to be running into another problem. The other problem is going to be this guy when he's in there. So if the magnet protrudes too far inside the figure, then it's going to possibly mess with my articulation, which I don't want that to happen, right? I don't want the articulation to get jacked on this. So man, that's going to be tough. I may not be able to go in and make the magnet flush for this character, which is too bad. But there's only one way to find out, right? Is to get after it and see what happens. So I'm going to put that down for now. And I'm going to try to work on putting one of these guys in. Darth Goody, yeah, that's the first time I ever worked on that type of figure. Let me get back to this bad boy. Now I need to pick something that is going to make the right size of hole for that. Come on, girl. All right. Now I said I was going to put the other one out. Where did I put it? You guys see where I put the other one? There it is. There it is. Pimp them figs. Yeah, Memphis Hunter. That was really luck. I mean, I took a somewhat of an educated guess, but so that size is not gonna do it. That one's gonna be too big. Kakapupus. I guess I'm gonna have to go with this one. Because this one would be just too wide. That would take up the whole back. All right, so I'm gonna use this tool right here. Look how strong these magnets are. Woo! Get my finger caught up in there. Which ones can you? Is there a difference between all these? I'm gonna keep it normal. Magneto level. I have that one on the to-do list too. I have so many. Oh, sorry about that. What the? How do I get rid of? Now I'm just seeing the pop. Now I'm just seeing the pop up. How the heck do I? I'm having some issues here. I got this pop up window coming up, and I can't tell if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna go high. Just digging into that musculature. Now I got windows popped up in this on here, and I can't tell if you guys can see or not. It's driving me nuts. Random selfie. Oh, shoot. Man, I have no idea what I did here, but yeah, I've seen my front view, but I got these little windows and they won't go away. And if I already tried to X out of it and crap. Add moderator. Shoot. Oh well. I brought up some window here. That's not gonna bother me now. But in a second when I try to do it up close of this, it's gonna be a problem. Okay, so that's already gone through. You see that? Problem. Problem that can be fixed, but plastic's really thin. Look at that, just making holes. Yeah, I thought about doing that, dremeling inside, but the problem is that I wanted, well, I needed this, I think I need this piece to help me shut against that piece, but maybe I don't. Son of a must. Oh. You know what? It's okay if that makes a hole, actually. It probably, like you suggested, I probably should have just drilled from in here. It's kind of late for that now. This is here for a reason, though. It adds structure. So if I make this hole, I think I'm going to be able to sit this in. So you know what? I'm going to continue on in this pass. Hey, how in the world do I get rid of these pop-ups, man? Yeah, this is going to get repainted anyway. Shoot. I have no idea. Oh, there we go. I just got rid of it. Kept pressing buttons. I think what I'll do is I'll just sculpt over it. This is uncharted waters for me, by the way, guys. Where's my ¿Dónde está? There it is. All right. These things are so strong, they purposely put these plastic pieces underneath. I'm not throwing that away either, because you never know when I'm gonna need it. Ooh, golly jeepers. That may just be too big. I'm thinking that this may be too jeez. It's really strong. I really wanted that to work. Mother of all that is really strong magnet. How many times have I said that today? Oh, son of a motherless goat. I really want to be able to sink it in there, but I just... You know what? I think maybe I'll leave the big magnets for this guy. I'm afraid it's gonna have to be that. Because I mean, to get this guy to work, what would I need to do to get this guy to work? I'd have to widen out. It's not gonna be, it's gonna be too wide for that little narrow of a spot. I'll lose these pieces right here, and I don't want to do that. Magnetic stripping. I'm not actually familiar with that. Oh, that's dangerous. Danger, danger. Oh, shoot. These little guys are really strong, too. Ooh. Coño. I think I'm going to go with this guy. So it's still a fairly low profile. Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing, using epoxy. Put Gorilla Glue like you suggested, and then move on from here. How long have I been going? Man, already 46 minutes. Holy cow. Time flies. So I think I want to sink this a little bit more. Just a little bit. What's up, Silver for Golf? Cesar? What's up? All right. Okay, I think that does it. Steel tape, huh? Oh, come on. It's almost flush. It looks like I need to do a little bit more down on the bottom part. Just a little bit. For those of you that know who Loose Collector is, I ended up buying a piece that that they made, and it's the closed wings. And I'm also gonna put a magnet in there. That way I can switch between the big ones and the smaller ones. There we go. That one's sitting just where I want it. All right, so glue time. Actually, it kind of wants to go to this side more, but I want to put it right smack in the middle. This is the glue that I like the most. I like it better than super glue. I just like everything about it, but I had a bottle that I think it may have gone too hot where I was at and it dried out. I need some in the middle. You wanted to go to one side, man. And it's still not sitting flush like I wanted it. No, there isn't. And it's not sitting flush, which is going to be a problem. You know, once I put the epoxy, it's going to be fine. I think that should help it a little bit. Crap. Oh, I almost just, you know what? I lost that. That was an error on my part. So I'm taking a huge chance doing this. I don't want this whole thing to crack. Where's my? I think I took too much off. I think I should have worked smaller to larger, but look, I've lost that piece right there. Again, it's not going to be that big a deal once I add the epoxy. But man, I'm too heavy-handed. So I think I'm just going to lay down the glue and let it lie where it goes. Because if I keep on messing with this, it is going to get to the point where I'm going to have to start customizing this, and more than I already want to. So forget that. All right. That's going to get the job done, but it's kind of coming to this side, and I wonder if that's going to be presenting an issue later. It's glued to my finger now. Just going to let it sit there. In the meantime, if you've never used this type of epoxy before, it's you just get two equal parts, and then you mix it together. It has, I'm trying to think of how long of a work time I have. This one actually, you have quite a while to make it work. The other one, the Procreate, which is the one that you can get to be flexible, that one has less of a time to work. And I've used it a few times, and I'm enjoying it because it helps my work go a little bit faster. So I need to let that sit for a little bit. For about 15 minutes typically, but I won't wait that long. And then I'm just going to help fill in that cavity, but I got to be careful that it doesn't go forward of that notch right there, because then I won't be able to push the figure together. And if I go too wide, it's not going to allow the butterfly joints from working. Una croqueta, ¿sí? Gatillo alegre. Croqueta. You must be Cuban. Una croqueta. I'm too fat for those right now. All right, and let's work on this. Let's see. I may just have to use the smaller ones all the way around, which is unfortunate because those bigger ones are really strong. So I can definitely una croqueta española. Which ones are those? On this one, I don't want it to go all the way through. Woo! She had a little hot bit jump on my arm. That hurt. All right. And then I'm gonna have to go with the little guys. Because I think the big guy. Needful things. These are from a Transformer figure. I'm trying to remember the name of it, and I don't see the. It's one of the most recent ones. It's the leader class Transformer. The only reason I used them is because it was on sale. Otherwise, it was going to be like $50 to buy. Craziness. Well, cockapoo-poos. I think I'm gonna have to use the small ones, man. Save those for another day. Yeah, it's kind of like these are good for that spot. I'm also planning on filling in this side to make it look like that. Yeah, man, I think we're good. Just a little bit farther down on this side. Oh, sorry about that. Now the question is, okay, so I need to glue it in like this. Probably put too much glue down. Probably. Okay. So this needs to get glued like this. Oh, coño. Se me cayó el magnet. All right, I'm gonna have to hold it like that. All right, let me run through the comments. Been going for an hour. This is better than I thought it would. Sorry, I know I missed a bunch of comments, guys, but like I mentioned, I needed to get some work done tonight. Una croqueta. Oh, I've seen that. Rolling in the dough. Thanks, Caesar. Peace out. Water. Oh, Needful Thing says water or Vaseline can help curing a little bit. Are you talking about the glue, or are you talking about the epoxy? Some epoxy, if you put it in the refrigerator, it slows the curing process. Una croqueta Armenia. Oh, man. Leo says, "Oh, man, we got a bunch of people that like croquetas here." But Lord Draco, what's going on, man? Ensenada. Gatillo Alegre Arminio. Yeah, he does speed it up. Matter of fact, I was working on Strong Guy yesterday, and I ended up using some epoxy on him because I was trying to modify his arm, his shoulder joint, because I had used that one of those arms. Well, I was messing around with that arm like many months ago. I was trying to fit it into the Toy Biz Juggernaut because those arms actually work really well with it. But now I found myself needing that one arm, so I had to refix it so I fit in the Juggernaut arm. Well, I tried using the Procreate unsuccessfully. I thought it was gonna work out, but it did not work out. So instead, what ended up happening, I ended up using a screw, and it worked well. Grandmaster Popo, what's up? I'm almost down at the very bottom of the chat here. Custom Angel from Mutant X. I'll have to see what that one looks like. The Lord Draco is asking me in Spanish, how am I going to be able to have him stand with the wings? And let me answer him in Spanish first, in the event he doesn't speak English. Lo que voy a attemptar es que las alas la voy a poner más subida en la figura para que se pueda levantar con las alas y no va a tener el problema no va a estar muy baja en la figura. So what I was telling him is that I'm just going to set the wings a little bit higher. That's the goal, so that if I wanted to stand him up, he can stand up. Okay, so that magnet's in place. Let me, before I move on, oh shoot, I lost the magnet. Son of a gun. Oh my gosh, look at this mess that's happening here. Everything's been magnetized. The problem is that it's got glue on it. Oh shoot. These magnets are beast. Son of a gun. That's completely jacked up now. Is this still workable? All right. Let's try this. I'm gonna have to reglue it. Look at this mess over here, guys. Look at this mess over here. Oh my gosh. These are the strongest magnets I've ever worked with, and obviously I'm having a learning curve. And I'm gonna need a little bit more glue now. So when I'm setting the glue, I can't have it around anything metal. If you could see, oh, that mess. All right, let me see if I can move everything metal away from these magnets. Metal over here. This is an issue. I didn't even think that would be an issue. All right, let's set that aside over there. Let me bring this bad boy over here. And I'm really kind of like an organizing type of freak, and that'll drive me crazy. Let me put these magnets over there. All right, what was I going to do? Here we go. Law, the Lord Draco speaks English. Good for you, sir. And you do customs too. Nice. Yeah, that's what I like to do too. I watch a bunch of people and that I've picked up tricks from. One of the things that you want to be doing with this is put a little bit of water, and guess what I don't have? No, I'm not near knives. That would be problematic. So all I'm doing is I'm just gonna create. I'm gonna give him back the plastic that I lost, and then I need a toothpick. So I started sculpting. I mean, my sculpting game. I have a long way to go compared to some of these other customizers, but I like using a toothpick. And guess who I learned that from? Glenn Webb. I watched a bunch of his videos. He was kind of ahead of the game when it came to, especially his videos. He was my favorite toy reviewer. I just like this programming. It's very entertaining. He was witty. And for those of you that don't know who Glenn Webb, he passed away a couple of years ago, and kind of left a void. He just seemed like a fun dude. But anyways, I saw him sculpting and he used a toothpick. I need to get a little bit of water. I still watch some of Glenn's videos on occasion. So what the water does is that, this putty is fairly sticky. And when you get your fingers wet, it helps the contact on your fingers be less. That there's not much of that that sticky friction that is caused by that. So you can put a little bit of water on your tool also. And all I'm doing here is I'm just going to recreate the plastic that I took off the figure when I was drilling in here. And I'm just going to shape it around the magnet. This epoxy, if you've never used it before, once it hardens like cement, and you're able to sand it. I've seen some of the really the customizers that have been at it for a while. They do just amazing stuff with it. And I want to take a class. Though some of you that are still in school and you have the opportunity to take like some sort of sculpting class and you're into customs, I highly recommend that you do it. Giving yourself a leg up. Now, I don't, just in the event that you were thinking, I do not do what they call commissions. This is just for my personal enjoyment. I mean, I wouldn't be making any money if I sold these customs. I seriously wouldn't. It's better to go work an overtime shift. I recommend that you guys do your own customs. If you've been thinking about it, just jump into it, man. I've started enjoying Marvel Legends more than I did originally, and I'm a pretty big fan of Marvel Legends ever since I started customizing. There's just something about looking at a figure on the shelf and knowing that you modified it somehow. Start with some repaints, maybe just adding accents to the figure, some highlights. That's what I mean by that. That's what probably made this smaller. Let's make this smaller. And here's a tip: whether it be paint or epoxy or even sanding, less is more. Start with less than you think you'll need, and then work your way up. You'll learn that with paint, that you don't need as much paint as you think you need. Start with less than you think you need. So as you can see, this is not difficult stuff right here, and obviously we're not seeing the result. It is labor intensive, and what I found, I could do this for hours, to the point where it's like, oh, I got to force myself to take a break because my back will be sore. My legs will get sore, my neck will get sore if I don't do something about it. So it's okay if covering the magnet, it's going to be strong enough through this resin to have it work. I've done that with Captain America shields successfully, and if you guys watched, I think I did that on the live stream. It will work through the resin. You see how sticky it is? It'll even leave your fingerprints on it, which you can sand off later. Or you can use a little bit of the water. Um, let's test it with the arms. Is that about you know, maybe this butterfly articulation is going to get hindered. Yep. All right. So that's clicked in. Oh, it looks like we're going to be good, I think. Gotta be careful that I don't. It's definitely rubbing up against something there. Let's see what happens when I take this off. So I think I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm going to let it harden, and then once it's hardened, I'll work on it some more. Where's my tool? You guys see where my tool went? My little watch tool. I could just use that. Yeah, you see, it flattened this part out. So I need to make this lower. Let me see if you guys have any questions. Check Leonardo da Vinci sculpture videos. Oh, yeah, I've watched Greg Sarabia, and he's somebody that does really nice work. That's the times I've seen him, his videos. He does this time lapse, and it's hard for me to see the technique. So here's an example about using less than you need. Well, I got all this extra. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. So I don't go to. I was born in a third world country. I don't like letting things go to waste. Coño. Se me cayó la. I gotta go pick that part up because the little dog will chew it up. So let's cover these holes up. I like covering up the peg holes on stuff that I work on. So in the event that you guys do customs and you know that you know how to do, you're at a different level than I am, and you think you'd be up for making videos for crying out loud, please put them out so we can learn from doing it. And I understand why some of the guys that sell their customs may not want to do that because they want people to buy their customs. But guess what, player? I won't be buying your custom because I'd rather just work on my own. And what I learn, I will definitely be passing on to you guys. And I hope you do the same. Kairos1, he's a guy that's often jumps on my live streams. He's in the East. He's back east right now. He does stuff on his channel as well, so you guys should go check him out. I haven't really figured out how to make these look more natural. Like obviously I don't want it to look like a circle there. What I've done with figures that have clothing, I've tried to make the, what do you call it, wrinkle marks right at wherever I put the putty. I try to make it look like a wrinkle, but in this case, this is just going to be bare skin. Haven't really figured out a way to make it look more natural. Thanks, Fig Fury. I appreciate the compliment. But I mean, something as simple as like cracking a torso, and there's a bunch of videos out there too. I'm not the first one that's ever shown cracking a torso on video. But you guys may not be aware of it, and the reason I did it on my channel is, you know, video's improving, and now it's in 720 instead of some of the older videos, so you can't really see. And you may not run across those videos, but since you're watching me and you've seen other stuff, I figured might as well try to help the people that are watching my channel. So I really don't know what the best thing to do here is. I don't know if it's maybe like build on the muscle. A lot of the top-notch customizers don't cover up the peg holes. Like I don't think Loose Collector covers up his peg holes. There's a bunch of really good customizers. Just the names are gonna escape me right now. I think Action Figure Toronto actually does cover his. I enjoy his stuff. I wish that guy would just do videos. That's my preferred method of learning. Yeah, I don't think that's getting it done. I'm going to leave that like that for now. And let's work on the last wing. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to put just in case the glue doesn't hold, which it should. Yeah, Jim Satome, I've seen his, matter of fact, I've been on his website. I wish those guys, I mean, that guy's a super talented guy too. I wish they would do videos. I think it's the best way to learn. The most people learn visually like that. I find following directions difficult unless I see it happen. You guys know what I mean? All right, let me put my goggles back on and shave some more. I'm gonna stop as soon as I get the magnet on this end. Sorry about that. Leo, I think I'm gonna use the Procreate putty to cover it up. I think that's what you're probably asking. How am I gonna cover up this part of the wing? I want to see how it works with a magnet first because this may be for nothing, you know? I may try these stronger magnets and I may not have the desired effect. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they will do the trick. What did I say? I think I said they were 5 pounds. I'm pretty sure. All right, so I'm going to need to cut a little bit deeper into here. Yeah. All right. Ooh. All right. So I think that would do it. Okay. So this part needs to go on my thumb is what I need to glue. On my thumb is what I need to glue. On my thumb is what I need to glue. On my thumb is what I need to glue down. Yep. So all right. Let's not make the same mistake again. Get this away. Ooh. Yeah, there's still 19 of you in here. Let me see if you guys have any questions or comments that I should have read. There's a ton of comments. Yeah, Craig Warwick, Needful Things. Yeah, he's in my top 3 favorite customizers. Action Figure Toronto, Craig Warwick, and those are the first 2 guys that I think about. There's so many really, really good customizers. I'm trying to, like Phoenix 5, I think it's Phoenix 5 Art. And then you got Masterpiece. Is it Masterpiece Collector? I think that's what he called Masterpiece. I mean, there's so many. So since I'm sitting in there, go deep. Fig Fury. I think I was Craig took a picture on his Instagram recently that I think he's gonna start working on his Secret Santa gift or his Secret Santa project already. Those are the best, man. Talk about you can learn. Go to his channel, and it's going to be advanced stuff, so it may scare you a little bit if you haven't done any customizing whatsoever. But if you've done some customizing, you can pick up a ton of tricks. Actually, even if you haven't done that much customizing, you can pick up some tricks from watching him. But it just the way he thinks about doing his custom is, beyond anything I will ever do. I mean, this guy, he plans out his customs, like he thinks about it. He thinks about the styling even that he wants to do. Pretty impressive stuff. He's definitely got an artistic mind, where some of us just, enjoy a nice looking figure. But I guarantee you, player, if he made you a figure, it will be the best figure in your collection. Thought about joining that Secret Santa. Just if I would get any customizer to do a figure for me, it would be Craig Warwick. So Craig, if you happen to run across this video on the 92-minute mark, if you want to make me a custom figure, player, send it on my way. Probably should have set that in deeper because oh, this one's the same way. Well, I think that's going to be it for tonight, guys. We'll see how this takes. I won't be able to go live tomorrow, but maybe on Thursday or Friday, I'll come back to this and do some more work and see if these magnets worked. I gotta make that thinner. I don't know if I want to put epoxy on that part. Think about it. I just want the epoxy to go on the and just grab it and cement in. So let me take it off of here too. Because I want this magnet to make as much contact with the back magnet as I can. This one I really can't avoid because I need to build up the figure, although I'll probably never display this figure without some sort of wing in the back. Might as well do it now before it sets in. It's gonna be under. It's Curtis. It's gonna be. I use Future Floor Polish, and I've actually done it a few times on the channel. How to fix loose joints. I'm pretty sure that's what the video is called. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for hanging out. And by the way, I'm doing a giveaway on the channel. If you want to jump in on that, just watch the video before this one. I'm trying to help a buddy out, Eric Eisner. He was on here earlier. See if we can get him to 1,000 follows on Instagram. And if you go follow his channel, just follow the directions on that video. And if you follow his channel, you'll have a chance to win pretty cool MCU figure. It's the new Ronin figure. It's actually pretty nice. And that's coming from somebody's opinion who doesn't really care much for MCU figures. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. Peace.